It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start streaming just so I can get just so I can see what's happening.
What do you think? Ever had it?
Hold on, I'm not looking. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's great, dude. That's a great beer.
Cool. That's what I
You know
got for
what's
tonight.
you know what's even better though than that
I
one
don't.
is
What?
they do a Scotch ale called Dirty Bastard,
That's a good name for a beer.
and I'm actually drinking a different Scotch ale.
I'm actually got a Budweiser going. Didn't even open a Finders. Got one or the other. This is
Can't
my
tell me.
last Budweiser though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
bye.
obviously, with this meeting changes every time.
What do you
This
mean?
is going to change every single time. Every time we sign into this, it's going to be a different.
Meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, meeting.
I'll have to invite you every time. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Hold on. Let me
which
go to
is
my.
cool.
I'm gonna go to the live stream. See what I hear.
Every single time. Every time we sign into this, it's going to be a different.
Meeting. Yeah.
Meeting.
I'll have to invite you every time. Yeah.
I've been playing Clash of Clans, dude. I
All right. Hold
can't
on. Let
stop
me go
playing
to
that
my.
game,
I'm
Clash
gonna
of
go to the
Clans,
live
Jake. And I
stream.
feel like with that game, I need
See what
to
I hear.
consistently play it, or I'm going to fall right off.
Can you do me
It's
a
a good
favor and
game.
just stop talking for a second? Just don't talk.
Clash of
Go to the
Clans,
live
Jake. And I
stream.
feel like with that game, I need
See
to
what I hear.
consistently play it, or I'm going to fall right off.
Can you do me
It's
a
a good
favor and
game.
just stop talking for a second? Just don't talk. Okay, you can talk. I'm trying. Just say like a couple things and then stop because I'm trying to see how my audio lines up with the
Clash of
video.
Clans, Jake. And I feel like with that game, I need
See what
to
I hear.
consistently play it, or I'm going to fall right off.
Can you do me a
It's a good
favor and
game.
just stop talking for a second? Just don't talk. Okay, you can talk. I'm trying. Just say like a couple things and then stop because I'm trying to see how my audio lines up with the
Clash of
video.
Clans, Jake. And I feel like with that game, I need
See
to
what I hear.
consistently play it, or I'm going to fall right off.
Can you do me
It's
a
a good
favor and
game.
just stop talking for a second? Something real weird's happening right now.
Yeah.
The audio is somehow looping into the live stream, even though I have headphones on. I'm very confused by that. Hold on a second. My channel. Okay, just say a few things real quick. Just like tell me your name and what today's date, and
Bubbles Compact.
try to really enunciate with your mouth.
Bubbles Compact is my name.
Bubbles Compact. Okay. Excellent. Okay, now stop talking. Mouth.
Bubbles Compact is my name.
Bubbles Compact. Okay. Excellent. Okay, now stop talking. Okay, this is good enough. It looks pretty good from what I'm seeing.
All right.
So I'm gonna hang out in the. Let's see. Hold on a second.
Speaker view. Gallery view. That's pretty nifty. This is cool how it I feel like if this works well, dude, and you're able to, and your computer can deal with it, dude, we should do fucking. Well, it'd be hard to talk over each other and everything. We'd be talking over each other.
It'd be hard to what?
We'd be talking over each other all the time.
What do you mean? If we do this all the time?
No. If we do, I was thinking multiple people.
It might be tough, but we can do it. Because I listened to a podcast where I don't know, because two of the guys live in Texas and one of the guys lives in Kansas, and they all do it remotely. Like they're not together when they do it, and it sounds really good. But I don't know what they use. I know they have good equipment, but I don't know what program they use. And they stream it on Twitch, so they're doing it through some program like this. But the thing about it is that like instead of how ours is just side by side, the way theirs is like one of them's up here, one of them's down here, one of them's over here, and then there's like graphics that are like around them and stuff. So that I don't know if they just have it arranged. They might be using something like we're using, but they have an
I'm
overlay over. I'm not real sure.
sure it's something. Well, yeah. Dude, they probably wrote their own program. People out there nowadays do absolutely unbelievable things. Dude, come on, man. I didn't even know I wasn't even using Skype the right way the other day.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have to do a
You know
lot
what I
more
mean?
research. Yeah,
Yeah, we just got to look it up. We figure it out. But do we want to spend the money? That's, you
I
know what I
do.
mean?
Well, I will because I'm doing this with multiple. I have a lot of things going on with this.
I was thinking about it too, just in the way of being able to sit
Yeah.
right next to each other.
What do you mean?
It would be so cool to be in a studio.
Oh yeah, it would be
To
great.
be able to
Yeah.
sit there and be us like that, dude.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So the way I have this set up right now is that the program is using the same microphone. It's capturing my microphone as well as my microphone going through the video call. The same microphone.
See, you're delayed on my video.
All right, say something again. Say your bubbles thing again.
Bubbles compound.
Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good on that end.
Compact. Bubbles compact. I wrote
Bubbles
it down.
compact.
It's a good thing I wrote it down.
Is that the username you made for
No,
or
I
what is it?
randomly said that when you asked me to say my name.
Oh, and then you wrote it down.
And I wrote it down. I have a pen and paper. I might as well use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Um, yes, sir. Oh, I have notes somewhere. I remember what's on them. That's okay. Two people are watching on YouTube. I think one of them is me.
Yeah, it's definitely one of you.
Oh, hold on, I goofed. Okay, there we go. You saying something to me, sweetheart?
Do you think one of them is me? I shut my phone off, but
No?
okay.
No, I'm not sure. Let's see. Is anybody in the chat?
That doesn't matter. I'm just saying. I don't know if I'll just go on.
I'll check out the chat real quick.
So yeah, someone's watching and we're just sitting here dead air.
Well, yeah. Well,
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna play the theme song. Okay. Just give
Oh,
me
he's got a
damn
theme song,
second.
babe.
I have a theme. Well, you
Babe,
won't be
he's
able to
got a
hear
theme
it.
song.
You won't be able to hear it.
Lauren, you got to go on YouTube so you can hear Jake's theme song. Yeah. How does she get onto YouTube, bro?
There's a link on my Facebook page I made.
Link on the Facebook page, babe.
I'll be able to hear it, but you won't be able to hear it.
Dude, I've just been drawing trees lately.
Yeah?
It's like a tiny. Well, look at how
That's
tiny that really
That's a
is.
symptom of paranoid schizophrenia. I don't know if you know
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah, drawing little tiny trees. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been drawing little tiny trees a lot lately, bro.
That's actually the main symptom.
Get out of here. You're full of shit.
Yeah, you should you should probably get your head checked, bro. Get like a serious like MRI.
Come
of
on,
just your
Jake thinks
brain.
I need an MRI because I'm drawing trees.
I think actually what that probably means that your left eye is probably entirely a tumor.
You're an ass.
Yeah. It does look kind of funny. All right. I can't type in the chat for some reason.
Why are you trying to type in the chat? We're talking to each
See if
other.
anybody's there.
Oh.
Whatever. I'll just close this out for now. I don't need that open. Okay. Is she on? Tell me when she's on so I can play the theme song.
I don't know if she's going on. I have no idea. She walked down the hallway.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play it.
No, I can't hear it.
I'll send it to you. You can listen to it later. This will ever load. Come on now.
I lose you?
I am super duper cereal.
I need a glass. I didn't get a glass.
All
Gonna have to get up.
right. I'm here with Joe Hutnick Jr. Thanks for joining me, Joe. How's your day going? What's up? Fill us in. You're here in
So
town
far,
from
so good.
I
Wicked,
sat
Connecticut.
down.
Is that true?
It is true, and I didn't get a glass. I was supposed to get a glass, and I don't have a glass ready.
We have to do a quick commercial break if you want to go and grab your glass.
I wish. See, this is why I said I need wireless headphones with a microphone.
You could try to run over there. The cord will probably pop out, though.
It will pop out. It'll absolutely 100% pop out.
Yeah.
It's pretty long. I got a good arm's length, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long cord, but it's not going to make it all the way.
Yeah.
I don't even have a bottle opener. Don't even have a way to drink my drink anyway.
Choose your teeth, pussy.
No, I'm not going to do that. There's
No?
no need for me to do that. It's
Yeah.
not that important for me to drink that beer.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a thought. I don't blame you for thinking about it.
Well,
Am I really? Is that
speaking
really
of-
a sign of schizophrenia? Or are you totally messing with
I'm
me about the
totally,
trees?
totally messing with you.
Because I got to tell you, I'm like, wow, that sucks, man. I got to stop. I got to stop drawing the trees. Now
yeah.
I need to stop drawing the trees.
Yeah,
because-
that'll help.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I need to bottle that crap up, man.
Just crush it
I
way
need to
down
bottle that
inside.
crap
Just
up.
push it
Just
way down.
Push it way
Way
down inside.
Way down. Yeah, that's the
That's funny.
solution. Just take
But dude,
all
it's
this-
quick too. Look, see, it's fast,
And just like that, you're schizophrenic. Just like that.
just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I realize too sometimes
What's that?
when I'm drawing them? I'm like, wow, you know what else this could look like? Is veins on an eye.
Yeah.
If I just kept doing it and
Hold on.
rounded them,
Hold on, I forgot to
put an
record.
eyeball in the middle.
I forgot to record. I'm gonna play the theme song again. Just kidding.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, hold on, I fucked up. I gotta stop doing that. If I minimize our our chat, it like freezes up. I have to just click off of it.
So it'll just change like that.
Yeah, this is great podcasting. Just fucking draw trees looking down. Keep it up. That's awesome.
Well, what do you? You're not
Yeah.
talking about anything. I'm ready to conversate
talk-
about absolutely anything you want to
I
talk
was
about.
I was
so.
trying to segue.
if I'm sitting here
and you shut me
drawing,
down. I've had
I
about
didn't say
enough.
anything.
I've had about enough of your shit, to be honest.
No, it's good. It's fun.
Yeah, this is
it's the
great.
bottle thing. This is what's bothering me. I don't have a glass. I'm not able to talk about this beer. It's a porter. I'm not a big porter guy. I don't even know the difference between beers, Jake. I really don't know the difference between a Pilsner and an IPA, and I don't care. It's either I
Okay.
like the taste of it or I don't. I don't like you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's
I notice
legit.
I like stouts. They're heavier beers. Like I
Mhm.
don't care what it's called.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't care how it's made.
You
Right?
you know by the name.
Yeah, know by name.
Like you
Know
know
how they
what
make me
type.
feel.
You know
Like,
what
that's probably
styles
why I
of beers
drink
you like.
There's I don't like IPAs.
I don't either.
I don't
gross.
enjoy IPAs.
They're too hoppy.
They're gross, dude.
There's a couple
They're
like real
too-
citrusy
it's
ones that I
like-
like, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's a few out there. Like Little Baby Ducks was good. Little
What?
Baby Ducks. The G-Bot is good. There's a few out there,
not
dude, that I
crazy
enjoy.
about
But you know what I
G-Bot.
find myself doing is I find myself
New
taking
Belgium makes good.
IPAs. What's that?
New Belgium has a citradelic IPA.
New
That's really
Belgium?
good. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I take IPAs. I take a good sip of it. I taste it, and I go, you know. And all of a sudden, like I'm now, and I go, and they're fucking 8% alcohol all the time,
Right, and they're $3 a bottle, and
and they're $3 a bottle.
And if
Like
you're
you
gonna
get a
drink it,
4-pack.
yeah.
Like you know.
Well, the beer I'm drinking, I paid $11 for a 6-pack, and that's not cheap, but it's not super expensive either.
Yeah. I also think it's possible that IPAs and stuff like that are why people don't drink as much anymore. But I don't like an IPA, and then I especially don't like an IPA if it gets any warm.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
no.
I'm
Mm-mm.
feeling like I gotta go get my.
The nice thing about a nice
I feel
stout
like I can
is
get
that
a
they have
glass.
enough flavor
I
that if
think
they
my
get warm,
computer.
your
What's that?
computer. I said the nice thing about a nice stout is that if they get a little warmer room temperature, they're still really good.
I feel like I can move
If you
with the
gotta get up
cord.
and go grab a glass, dude, that's fine. I can just
Look at
handle do a
this.
little intro.
Look at how
Hey,
close I can get.
oh, that's cool. So everybody watching knows exactly where the points are to shoot through your window.
They can go for it. They can try. They can go for it. What the hell? They'll get sorted. All right. You know what I didn't do though? Didn't grab
What?
my freaking can opener, any bottle opener.
Just go put the headset off and go get it.
Yeah, I will. This is so stupid now. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna chase this beer.
Do it, man. Do a beer review real quick before we start talking about our topic.
Oh, okay. This is it's a Founder's Porter, dark, rich, and sexy. It actually says dark, rich and sexy on it.
Mm-hmm.
Founders, where's Founders out of? Pours silky black with a creamy tan head. The nose is sweet with strong chocolate and caramel malt reserve. No, it says presence actually. Kids, I can barely see it. My glasses are tilted in a funny way because my headphones are bothered by the arms of it. My vision was off. Oh, this is nice though.
Yeah, it's nice and dark. It's good and dark. It's a good dark beer.
It's good and Jack. It's good Jack beer. Here we go.
Cheers, man. Welcome.
Cheers.
This is already much more successful than last time we attempted to have you on.
Who the fuck is we, bro? You're sitting in your fucking computer by yourself.
I kind of met me and you.
That's awesome.
I met my production team and I.
Now I feel like an asshole.
Me and the production team is what I meant.
I don't know if I had hair in my mouth or there was something in that beer. Tasted funky. Yeah. So that's a good beer. It's a really good beer. Yeah. It was actually bottled on 8/30/17.
That's fairly recent.
It is fairly recent. This is a freshie.
It's a fresh beer.
It's a fresh beer.
Okay, so the topic at hand is the appearance of Paul Stamets, professional mycologist, on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the better ones for sure.
That was definitely one that had more content than I could. But you know what it is, dude? It's mycelium. There was so many big, huge words that when he got to talking, brains wasn't working. I couldn't even listening to it multiple times.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you have. I mean, I listened to it 3 times, and I had to listen to like 2 other talks that he did to really take in everything he was saying. And I think being in the position that one of us has a little bit better of a grasp on what kind of went on, I think is a good position to be in conversation.
Yeah.
Just to get
all
a
right.
little
So
meta.
lead us down the reminder stage, and I'll start going.
So his whole thing, just to kind of summarize the talk in like a couple sentences, was that he's dedicated his entire life to studying mushrooms and fungus, and he's basically figured out that like we've as a species have really fucking dropped the ball with paying attention to mushrooms and understanding how important they are in basically every aspect of our lives and in agriculture and just the life of the planet and everything like that.
Yeah. It was 30% of all ground matter.
Yeah, all
30% of
all
all
30% of healthy soil
fungal.
is what he said. Yeah, 30%.
Yeah, 30%. That's
crazy.
insane. That's a third.
Because before he said that, if I asked you what percentage of you took a scoop of soil, what percentage of that do you think is fungus? You'd probably say like 1% maybe if
Yeah,
there's
oh, people would,
you have no
30% nobody
clue.
would be guessing. Oh,
Not even
10,
close.
10%. Well, even, you know what, though? All right, 10% is a third of a third anyway, but I don't know. It was really, really enlightening, and you're absolutely right because, oh man, that was such a broad way that you brought that up because now I can feel like I could talk about any part of it at any given time.
Good. That was a good start then.
Okay.
Um,
The
well,
bee
what I
thing, the bee thing was
well,
probably what caught me the most the second time I listened to it.
okay, we can. All right, so let's start there then because I think that's really the big home run about the whole thing. And
Yeah,
the tough thing is that like I brought this up to before I get into what he said, I brought this up to a beekeeper yesterday, a guy that I work with who keeps bees, not like in any professional capacity. He's just a small time beekeeper. But I mentioned it to him, and he's like, kind of like, cool. Well, why don't I know about this already? And I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know. Like, what is? They must be doing more studies and stuff. Because if this dude
well,
really has the answer, then what? Then why isn't it already in the hands of
because this
everybody?
is the way you need to think about this, Jake. One of the most integral thing, the most important things in that whole thing that I took away was that the part when he said, had you asked, Joe Rogan was like, how many mushroom species are there? And he was like, if you asked me this 5 years ago, I would have told you 1.5 million.
Right.
And now 5 years later, he says there are upwards of 5 million species in a 5 year span of
Yeah.
identified mushrooms.
Right. It
That's
like
insane.
tripled.
That's a crazy thing. Think about like the oceans and how we just started really getting into the oceans. Imagine if the only thing we were exploring this whole time are the mushrooms and what they actually do to the environment.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
There need to be more mycologists. It was one of the main takeaways. Like,
mycologists.
you know what
Thank
I
you.
mean?
Couldn't think of it.
Because part of
Yeah.
my thing was like, shit, well, maybe I should go be a fucking mycologist. Like, there's clearly room in the field to learn, study shit. Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
this is the thing though too. Is you think about how much he talked about. Nobody cares.
No.
There's no good. I think there's probably more than a millions, but people don't even think about how there's no good reasons why to really go study mushrooms. Obviously not. Not in
Yeah.
the longest part of our existence, and all of a sudden we're discovering this many. And there's that many people out there trying to find all these different mushrooms. So then, how could you say that there's not more drive now to study more mushrooms?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the good thing is that his podcast is so wide reaching that he'll inspire somebody to go. There's probably a handful of kids who are right at that point where like they need to they're in their junior year of high school and they need to figure out what
Yeah.
they're gonna. You know what I mean?
No, dude. The person that listened to that dude is a fucking probably a sophomore in college right now and is gonna go, dude, I'm changing my major, man.
Well, all the above
I'm
probably.
changing my major, man. Yeah, definitely.
And then half the people were like, I was just on mushrooms last night, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That's crazy. Because I don't think I would ever do them again. I don't think I would ever. But now I'm like, well, I want to eat more regular mushrooms. I want to. Why not check
Yeah,
out
for
that
sure.
lion's
I
mane
want the
stuff and just
lion's
talk
mane,
about all the
dude.
specific types of stuff? I
Yeah.
didn't look into it any more than listening to podcasts and prepared for this,
Well,
but
well,
I
let's pause real quick because we talked about the bee thing and we did to talk about what it actually is. So he's claiming that he has the answer to the bee colony collapse disorder problem,
yes.
which is crazy because there's people that are projecting that like over the next like 5 or 10 years we're like basically fucked
We're screwed.
agriculturally because bees pollinate fucking everything.
Everything, and
And
it's also for animals that we are farming to be able to survive off the plants that they are pollinating.
right, yeah, it's not,
So
yeah,
it is
there's like
everything
it's
is like
fucking
this.
up multiple links in the chain, yeah. Yeah, it's just fraying. And so he's basically saying that I guess the main problems with colony collapse disorder are the deformed wing virus. There are these
That's
mites,
yeah, okay, I do remember that. Yeah,
um,
and
and then right, and then there's
the mites were getting stronger because beekeepers were putting more toxins on
yeah,
or
it's
whatever it was,
yeah,
and it's
exactly.
affecting.
And only the
Yeah.
strongest ones are surviving, so they're getting more
Hmm.
resistant. Blah blah blah.
How? Well, you know what, dude?
So they're
Let's
dumping
legit
chemicals. So they're dumping chemicals on them more and more often,
nine. Yeah, they went
and
from
it's
like two
right
year, 2 times a year to like nine
nine.
times a
Yeah,
year
and
in
then
like
it's
2.5 years
right, and
or
then it's
3 years.
fucking up the bees' immune systems and their lifespan, and they're not pollinating as much, even if they do survive. And then like, and then his big discovery is that he realized that due to deforestation, the bees don't have access to the mycelium of mushrooms in forests, which helps bolster their immune system by
And it helps. Yeah.
and because their immune system is fucked up, the neonicotinoids are killing them too. So it's like a
Oh, you
compound
wrote down
problem
big
taken out.
words. You just wrote down that you got good big words are all prepared, dude.
I don't have any notes, dude. I listened to the podcast 3 times and 2 more talks from him,
Oh,
so I
okay.
remember I just took it all in.
Yeah.
But so his whole thing is that okay, so if he created an extract from that mycelium and from other types of mushrooms
Yeah, he
apparently.
has. Yeah, he's going to be able to save the bees,
Yeah,
and
and it
that's
solves
crucial.
all those problems. It kills the mites, it bolsters their immune system, it helps their it it's just all the above basically, and it eliminates the need for the pesticides. Therefore, it lets their lifespan increase. Like it just does
Yeah.
all the things, and he's like, yeah, like I really hit the like if that's the case, the dude's like basically a superhero. Like he's like, I don't understand. And the best thing about it
Paulie
is that
stamps.
there's not even there'd be no reason for even anybody to like conspire against him because there's no profit. Like everything is fucked if the bees go away. So you know what I mean? When people come up with like big
Well,
solutions like water powered
you know
cars and shit
what?
like
Like,
that, their
yeah,
shit gets shut
yes.
down because of
hmm
conspiracies and whatnot. But this dude, like,
This is something
it's
like
bigger
he
than all
said.
that.
This is
It's
the
bigger
thing
than
that
all
you
that.
could bring you to Thanksgiving dinner, and your whole family can all agree on the fact that we need to make sure that we're keeping bees alive.
Exactly.
That's a thing that he said. He says different people in politics on both sides can say, "Oh yeah, no, we want the bees to live." It's the truth, man. Jake, I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many bees I had. I got people that beekeep the farm right up the road at the corner. They farm. Dude, I had so many bees in my yard regular. I would mow the lawn and just go kind of near stuff, and I would look over
Hmm.
on some of these bushes, and there had to be hundreds and hundreds of bees on some of these bushes.
Yeah.
Maybe
And they're
exaggerating a little bit, but dude, there was so many. And then like you think about wherever my whole yard, and then all of a sudden I look and I'm like, they're all over the place.
yeah.
And it's so I'm like, to me, like there's bees everywhere. But
Right.
if you're talking about this is the other thing too. He was talking about how so many colonies were dying. Maybe that colony in that part of the planet isn't surviving as well. Doesn't mean that bees aren't smart enough to migrate, right? Could bees migrate? Do they move?
They
Don't they
do.
move if their hives are
That was one of
disrupted?
the things he said. He found that people who were farming bees closer to the old growth forests where the trees grow that have the mycelium that they need, those bees are like fine. But it's the bees that are like out in the middle of nowhere that people have like transported and made a beehive. You know what I mean? It's like the bees don't have access to their natural habitats, and not that's not even counting the fact that one of the major species of bees that's farmed in our country is an introduced species from Europe. So they're already not in their environment, and then we go and deforest the shit out of our own country. So we have you have a fucking beehive that's in the middle of somebody's farm in the middle of a bunch of acres, and bees are only going to travel so far in the first place. What are you doing with your eyes there? You fucking with me? You fucking with me?
I just started. I'm like, dude, wow, man, you really did soak up so much of this information.
Yeah, and you know what? A great way to support me doing that, is for you to just
Is
stare into the fucking camera and interrupt me. That's awesome. That's
you
great.
interrupted yourself? I was just looking you dead in the eyes,
Yeah, my bad for looking at you instead of staring at the wall.
right? Oh man,
Anyway,
that was fun. Yeah,
um,
the old growth furze is actually something I wrote down right here. It's a thought about like everything that's like the way that he was talking about how mushrooms eat the dead, 30%, is it 30% or something like that of the tree turns into water?
yeah, that was
And that's
crazy,
that
man.
was wild, man.
I
So the
couldn't believe he's like, if you have a
decomposition.
pile of sawdust and you introduce fungal mycelium to it and it breaks down the sawdust, you'll get a patch of water, basically.
It's yes, dude. And
That's
you think about it,
bananas,
and that
dude.
could make I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Thought about like, you know what I mean? Like all different parts where there's just water deposited places.
Yeah.
Like that
The
whole
thing that and one of the really interesting things that he said along with that was he realized that when you go into these old growth forests, and what an old growth forest is, to be clear, is that a forest where the trees are really old. Like it's not a place that has young saplings and stuff growing up. It's an old growth It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a really old forest. The trees are
well like
hundreds of years old, but he goes there and he finds these meadows where there's no trees. And he's like, well, why is that the case? Why are there clearly this is a place where trees can grow very healthily and for a long time. Why are there these big open areas that
And
no
it's
trees
a
have grown?
mushroom.
And it's because mushrooms
It's
they
mushroom.
parasitize the roots and kill the tree. And then when the tree dies, they eat the dead tree, and by all that through
Yeah.
process, they make water, and it allows like small shrubs and grasses to thrive, which allow small mammals to live in them and hide in that. So it just makes the whole ecosystem of the old growth forest that much more diverse. Is somebody breaking into your house?
No, my wife just leaves on some random thing, and all of a sudden I hear a baby crying in the corner. So of course I react. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know what? How dare you
hear-
react to the sound of your child crying?
I thought it was my kid crying. It was
How
weird for
dare
me.
you?
There's some show on. And I can't see it. I'm at that weird angle. You know, that angle.
You would think
where
somebody
you
who has
just can't see something.
You would think somebody who has a new baby in their house or a 1 or 2 year old would not watch TV shows that have crying babies in them. I feel
I
like you would
don't.
avoid that at
I
all
don't.
costs. I'm not talking about
Neither
you.
does she, because I wish I could show
Well,
you.
what's
Because
going
there's
on?
nobody in my living room right now. For
Oh.
sure.
But the TV's on.
The TV's just on.
Do you want to go shut it? I'll allow it.
It is what it is. I think it's Modern Family. I just
Oh.
realized it's Modern Family, so there won't be a lot of babies crying. That was probably the one instance.
You like that show? I haven't watched it in a while.
It's hilarious. I think it's great. It's a good fun show.
Yeah, I used to watch it like season.
I
1
feel
and
like it's
2.
totally kind of unrealistic in a way, but it's fun.
Sure. Sure. I mean, it's got to be a little bit fantastical to be entertaining, you know. Even
everything does.
even reality TV isn't just reality because nobody wants to watch just realistic stuff. Unless it involves, like,
That's.
murder.
I feel like, you know what? Like, I don't know, man. I don't enjoy reality. I like cooking shows.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's me. Cooking show. I don't really try not to watch any reality television. I don't have cable. I watch
don't either.
movies.
Yeah, I don't have cable.
No,
either.
I watch. Obviously, I have Modern Family DVDs
Yeah.
that are just playing on a loop in the living room all the time. It's either that or I'm watching Trolls.
Oh,
or
you know,
Sing.
you know what we watched the other day that might be a good thing for you to watch with the fam. It's a show on Netflix called Given. It's a movie. And it was
Given?
like, yeah, Given. I think it was an hour and a half long, and it's basically like it's sort of like a documentary about this, like, I don't want to call them hippies, but they're like a surfer family, and they're just like nomads around the world. And it starts out with the wife is pregnant, and they have a little boy, but the whole thing's narrated by the little boy. Like, it's definitely scripted, but he delivers it in like a very like just a audibly pleasing way. Like, it doesn't sound like forced. You can tell he's like reading some stuff, but it just follows them around the world. Like a couple months after the baby's born, they just go on this trek, looking for cool surf spots around the whole world. But the whole thing's narrated.
That's pretty fun.
It's
Sounds
so
fun.
cool, and the whole thing's narrated by the little boy. And the only other audio you hear of other people is just like a passive conversation, like with no context, like a couple words or something. And it's just really like wholesome and touching, and it was just nice. It was just nice to watch.
Given.
You should definitely check it out.
Given. I have it on Netflix.
Yeah, that's where we watched it. It was really good.
Oh man, speaking of little boys, he is now my kid is legit awake.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I gotta be quieter. I
Oh.
need to be quieter.
Okay.
Can you hear me fine if I'm like this?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, all right, good. Then I'm gonna just quiet it on down.
Just taking it easy.
Well, you know, the mushroom thing got me going.
Yeah, well, mushrooms will do
about-
that.
Yeah.
Just a little louder. I'm gonna turn my.
I should have actually. I was talking about doing that. I said it to Ty. I was like, yeah, dude. I said, you know, gonna go. We're gonna do a podcast about mushrooms. I'm like, yep, got some mushrooms I'm gonna eat. He goes, really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat some mushrooms. Yeah, just regular like gourmet mushrooms.
Yeah, well, I'm curious about microdosing.
Dude, what was
to be
up with
honest
the
you.
Portobello thing?
Okay,
What
so
was
all
up
I
with the
heard,
Portobello thing?
I heard that I don't know why he acted like that, but I looked on Reddit a little bit, and somebody commented that they're suspicious that it might just be the fact that there are some chemicals in portobellos that I guess are carcinogens, meaning they cause cancer.
And they didn't.
I think maybe he didn't want to touch on that because he's kind of in bed with like
He's in bed with the government and somebody
Yeah.
that would conspiracy theory.
Well, they're letting him do his thing clearly because it's really important. But for him to start claiming the thing, that's the other thing too. Is like, I can't make recommendations about medicinal stuff at all, which I think probably ties into the fact that. But then he's like, if the topic makes my life threatened or something, like
Yeah, that's what he said.
that's a pretty extreme thing to say. Like you're talking about Black Hawk helicopters and making light of all that, but then portobello mushrooms. I don't know. What could it really? I've never heard a thing about it ever.
It could be carcinogens. It could be exactly like you said. It could be carcinogens, man. Because if it's carcinogens and
But
somebody,
why would
it's the
that
same
be
Jake, if
why would that be
because if the
life
government
threatening
gave
to
a
him
shit
then?
about us, cigarettes would be illegal.
Yeah, and so would
That's
alcohol.
why. That's
Yeah.
why. So would alcohol. Exactly. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean,
Something
not
along those.
giving a shit is different than his life being threatened by making a statement about something.
Yeah, and it was
Him
weird.
pleading the fifth is one thing, but him saying that it puts his life in danger,
Yeah, that was.
that's a
Yeah, it
different
was over,
statement.
and it was such a lighthearted part of the freaking
Well,
conversation.
yeah, because Joe's like, he's just looking
He's
at
like,
me
not
blankly.
expecting that.
He's like, I will respectfully move on. And he goes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It was definitely a really good interview.
Yeah, it was great, man. I
It was
hope
good.
that
I
hope
recommend.
that
I
guy
recommend
comes on.
people. I recommend people tune in and listen to that if they didn't. That's a good
Yeah,
one. And I
yeah.
almost like. I want to pay more attention to this guy. He's getting.
You know
Seems
who's
like
on?
he
You know
has
who's on the JRE today?
who?
Dan motherfucking Carlin, hardcore history dude.
Oh, dude! I thought I saw he was on a while ago
Yeah.
too, wasn't he? Was he on?
He's on
another
like
time?
he's on like every he's on
Year?
like maybe once a year. Yeah, I'd say maybe every
See, dude,
8 months
I
or so.
listened when I first started listening to. I think it was before I even listened to Rogan's podcast on a regular.
You were on hardcore
Somebody
history first.
recommended Dan Carlin, and I started listening to it, and I did. I got through like 2 or 3. I don't know. I just fell off. I never kept listening to it.
He's a little much sometimes. The way he says again and again and again, that annoys the shit out of me.
It annoys the shit out of me.
But he's good. He's really wonderful. I like the guy a lot. But he's one
It's
of
a
the
lot
people,
of information.
he's
It's a
one of
lot
those people
information
that I
real
can
fast.
only listen to him in like bursts. There's a lot of podcasts that I rotate through just because people have like weird little mannerisms or like things that they do with their mouth. That do you ever notice once in a while on the Joe Rogan podcast? Sometimes they'll have the mic too close, and you can like hear every little thing their tongue does in their mouth. It drives me insane, dude. It drives me fucking insane. And I know I probably have some mannerisms that annoy people, but I don't hear them. So,
Dude, that's funny. That's listening to something too much. I
well,
feel
Paul
like.
Paul Stamets did it. He would do this like sucking thing with his mouth, like in between sentences, dude. And I don't know, it might have something to do with the stuttering thing.
Dude, one of these kids I work with, not now, one of the dudes I used to work with, man, he would fucking go like this with his coffee.
My mom did that when I was interviewing her. No,
Oh.
she didn't do it like that, but she would like slurp it like that. And I said, before we started recording, I said, don't fucking do that.
Don't, yeah, gotta.
Oh, speaking
But he
of
would
which,
do it all the time. I
speaking
remember
of which, can I put out your interview? Do you need to hear it? Can I just put it out? Because I need to start putting them out.
I don't know if you want to. It's your call.
Do
I come off like a douchebag?
No, you don't. I listened to it.
Because I feel like the only feedback I got was you saying that your boss was kind of full of himself. And I was kind of like, well, what the fuck, man? If that's the one opinion I have.
I'm gonna put an intro in the front of it and say like, just so you know, I asked these people to talk about themselves. So if it seems like they talked about themselves a lot, it's because you know what I mean? I'll bookend the whole thing with like, hey, this is a talk with my cousin Joe, and I think he's really a great dude, and I asked him to just get into the details of that. So if it sounds like he's talking about himself a lot and how great he is, it's because I specifically prompted him to do that.
Well, just the fact that you told me that that's the reason why makes me feel more comfortable about it. Because if I don't want to sound like a douchebag.
You don't sound like a douchebag.
You know
He didn't say that. He was just like, it sounds like you're being. Well, I mean, you think highly of yourself, and I think that's very clear through listening to the interview.
Well, we talked about confidence.
But again, that was the purpose of the interview.
Exactly. Well, that was the thing. Exactly. Yeah. That's what you said too. Yeah.
Joe, you're the shit. Tell me how you became the shit. And you're like, well, thanks. I kind of think I am the shit.
It was real cool, man.
Yeah.
People just came over and made me the shit.
They were like, dude, you're the shit. I'm like, fuck, I am the shit. And then
Oh, man. Um, yeah, I don't know, dude. Yo, there's a fight tomorrow, man. Bellator, I think, is doing a heavyweight
What's
like
it?
extravaganza. Oh,
Extravaganza.
extravaganza. Freaking John Hutnick hit me up, and told me about it.
Oh, speaking of which, Joe Rogan premiered his JRE MMA Hour podcast today.
About what?
He's starting a weekly MMA podcast.
I heard that. I did hear that.
He
Where did I
announced it
just hear that?
yesterday, and I guess did what? I think he's doing it live right now as we speak, actually.
Yeah, that's
Or
awesome.
maybe it just ended. I don't know. I'm curious what
That's
it is
awesome.
because I don't think he's gonna have guests on. I think he's just gonna talk to Jamie, his audio guy / assistant or whatever the fuck.
Uh-oh. Sorry, kids. I can just my kid's sick.
Yeah,
Cam's like got his
what-
first like fever, high fever.
Oh,
So it's
no.
gonna be a rough night.
Yeah, poor
Yeah.
guy. Just tell him to take
Yeah,
a hot
poor
shower,
guy.
sweat it out. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. I think maybe my top 3 favorite things. One of them is taking a hot shower while I have a fever.
Well, yeah, you sweat everything right out.
Yeah, but I mean the feeling of you can just get like goosebumps over and over and over if you have that feeling where you're hot and cold at the same
I
time, and you get in
hate,
that hot shower, and you're just like like the
dude,
whole
I
time
hate
you're
hot showers. I hate hot showers.
what?
Every time I take a shower, dude, I have the temperature just enough so it's warm enough for me to get in comfortably, and then as I'm showering, it just gets colder and colder and colder.
Okay, so between that and the drawing of the little trees, you're definitely out of your fucking mind. I'm convinced. I am convinced. What is wrong with you? How do you
Probably.
not? I can understand not wanting every one of your showers to be hot, which
Dude, like a hot tub.
I'm with
Fuck,
you there.
I hate them.
And
Hate
you know,
hot tubs.
like if all right, so if you're like outside shoveling snow for an hour, you come back in and you don't take a fucking hot shower.
No, dude, by the time I come back in, my jacket is off. I'm like almost totally out of my clothes, sweating, hating it. Coming inside and like wishing the heat was off. Wanting to go back outside naked into the cold.
All right,
I would get in. I would
okay,
get in
that's
the
fair.
shower, but the shower
That's
would be
fair.
cold. I would be taking a cold shower.
Okay. I'm struggling to think of a scenario where you would have to. What if you went out hunting and it was fucking like 50 degrees and raining, and you were out there all fucking day, and you got home and you got your soaking wet clothes off?
Then I would, yes, that would probably be an instance I would take a warm shower, dude. But then I would
No, a hot
absolutely
shower.
be
A
turned
hot shower. What the
No.
fuck? Wow, man,
No.
you're
If
a
I was
unique case.
really, really, really cold. Yeah, I don't know. Not a no.
Wow.
I can't. I don't like
Just-
hot showers.
Just when you think you know somebody,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This changes everything.
Changes my whole image of you is
Changes
just
everything.
crumbling.
We should redo the other interview now.
Yeah, we should
Joe,
because
you're a douchebag. Tell me
yeah,
how you
with the
became
context
such.
of you're a really great guy that doesn't like hot showers, but
Oh, dude, I just hear my kid crying. I feel bad.
do you need to go deal with it?
No, Lauren's hanging tight, so
Okay.
we're good.
Well, we're a half hour in, just to give you a half hour into the talk.
That's fantastic. It's good.
So,
Okay. There was something else I had written down here.
what else did I?
Oh, no, this
I
was
know.
the
I
list.
wanted to
This-
talk about micro. I want us to try microdosing.
I did that. I've done that.
Yeah.
I was done that. There
'Cause
was a
he said
time
like
where
he
buddy
said like a
mine-
1/10 of a gram is the way to go.
I have no idea. I didn't pay attention to it. I just made sure that I ate a little bit of mushrooms every day for a while.
How long's a while?
I think it was like 2 months.
Jesus.
A friend of mine just had like this pile. Remember how Stamets was talking about going and
Yeah, finding that big pile of
getting
mushrooms.
bags and bags like that?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that's what I feel like this kid did. And he like, I was young, dude. I was freaked out, dude. But he was just like, bro, you need to get rid of all these. And I'm like, no problem.
No problem.
You know what I mean?
I got
No
you.
problem. What did it? I was, here you go. Let's get rid of them. So we got rid of them. But I had a whole bunch that I here and there for a while, and I was probably eating. I have no idea. I didn't weigh anything out. I just ate caps and stems. It was good. I felt fantastic. I got to tell you though, man, like doing hallucinogens, and I've always thought that it was me doing acid that made me feel like so connected to people. But now that I think about it, maybe it is more so. Maybe it was the shrooms. But shrooms made me feel shittier than acid ever did.
Yeah, I think acid.
LSD,
I
LSD.
think
You know what I mean?
yeah, LSD seems like it's. I feel like it's not as cerebral. It's more
Yeah, I don't know.
sensory. You know what I mean? Whereas mushrooms is like the whole package.
The whole package,
It'll
dude.
like
Everything can be thrown
yeah,
right through the loops. Yeah,
yeah. I feel like your
and the
senses get
body,
fucked with on LSD, and you can like think. You can like
you can make things. You can make things.
yeah. It's like it
That's
has
how
like
I
an
feel.
inherent creativity aspect. I feel like too, but
Hmm.
mushrooms is like I feel like mushrooms. If you're not
Yeah, that's probably the soulful one.
yeah, it definitely is. It definitely
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Um,
But it's
I
the
don't know.
same kind of weird feeling.
They're similar. They're similar, but
Yeah.
they are definitely different.
Imagine if those scientists back then were studying mushrooms and not trying to make true serum,
I know, dude. Fuck.
right?
Ugh.
Oh man, I don't know. That's
Well, he
crazy.
so he talked a lot about the the medicinal benefits of. So okay, so one of the main reasons I want to try microdosing, and I think it's probably important to mention, is that he talked about how psilocybin mushrooms. I don't remember the cubensis.
The type.
Cubensis was what he talked about. And he talked about how they promote neurogenesis, which is the growth of new neurons in your brain.
Yes.
And if you're trying to like change your habits or like do anything new in your life, literally what's happening in your brain is you're making new neural pathways. Like if you're trying to break a habit and form better habits, you what you're literally doing is like you stop using old neural pathways in your brain so they break down, weaken and break down, and with the new habits, you form new neural pathways to strengthen. So that's what a habit is. It's a neural pathway that you create and then use it more and more and more and more so it gets stronger and stronger so it becomes easier to use. And
It's
that's how
like
habits are formed.
working
And
on a
that's
muscle almost.
well, it's even I think it's even more profound than that because if you just stop um it's like a cyclical kind of thing because if you work out and your muscles get bigger, yes, it's easier to lift things, but if you stop using those muscles, it'll go away. But
Right.
this is on like another level than that because it's
That's
your
yeah. It's
brain
a
we're
way more
talking about.
important. I feel like it's a
Yeah,
way more important level.
because you can use that same metaphor, but the thing about it is that it's like okay, you do a lot of curls, right? And and your bicep gets bigger, so it's easier to do curls.
Yeah.
But the thing about your neurons, if you think about your bicep as a neuron, then your arm's just going to be going like this all the time because your bicep you use your bicep more and your arm's just going to be you know what I mean? That's how
You
habits are.
gotta
You know what I mean? So it's
you
like
gotta break a mental sweat. I'd like to break a mental sweat too. Slam the book closed.
um but yeah, I mean I think so my point is that the cubensis psilocybin mushrooms, and he said the lion's mane mushroom does it too. It promotes growth of new neurons to make it easier to make those new neural pathways. So I think that if you're at a point in your life where you're trying to, which I am, trying to form better habits and practice things that are outside of your comfort zone and get rid of
It's
shitty habits, that's something that's only going to help you, it sounds like.
right.
So I'm very
That's a really
interested
good
in
point.
that.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. I don't know, man, but like I just don't think I could. I can't do something like that. I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, this is the
well,
thing. Makes me wish that we just let everybody fucking do whatever the fuck they want in a way. Like,
yeah,
like I don't know why can't we just eat a whole bunch of those if we wanted to? Like, why do I need to worry about if I'm gonna lose my job over it? I don't know.
yeah. So I want to, so
People are taking Prozac and go to work every day, right?
well, here's the thing
People
is
go to
that
Prozac, you know.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hypocrisy in society for sure. That's what you're saying. But,
That's yeah.
but I think you're at a point in your life where, I think somebody like you, I mean, what habits do you have that you really need to work on? You know what I mean? Like maybe you want to be in a little bit better shape and have better eating habits. Like maybe other than that,
That's
you're
it,
doing
dude.
great, dude. Other than that, you're doing
Honestly,
great.
other than that, dude, that is legitimately hit both of those nails right on the head. Maybe not smoke as many cigarettes if I'm drinking too much on the weekend.
Sure, sure.
Like,
But
you
I
know what I
think
mean?
somebody
Because I
like
don't.
you, you're in a position where you're not. you might only get
It's
like
my
marginal
health.
benefits from doing that kind of thing. You know what I
I
mean?
know, and I got to tell you something too. Is you know what? I honestly think that I gotta keep remembering to try to stay a little quieter. Um, I need to remember too that I don't know how to phrase. I don't know how to put this right. I think I've probably been working more on my mental health than anything else lately.
Yeah.
But I realized that you know what? My mental health totally has a lot to do with my physical.
Well, yeah, it totally does, man, because it's all tied
Yeah.
together. You know what I mean? Your brain
Mm-hmm.
can't function if your body's not healthy.
All right, so bring on the microdosing. It's time.
Yeah.
Let's go. How are we doing this? What are we doing here?
Well,
Where's the
well,
where's the app? Do we
well,
don't have an
yeah.
app for
I
that?
don't. I don't
Let
think.
me look and I'll find the app. There's got to be an app. Is
There's
it up here on this side of the computer?
there's some stuff going on in the chat that I just want to address.
Oh,
Um,
what the fuck? Oh man, I'm like legit going on with a Firefox update somehow.
uh,
Go ahead. We're good.
okay. Um, So Chelsea says in the comments, she said, I heard that the opposite from multiple people. I'm sure it has a lot to do with individual chemistry. I think that's having to do with the positive benefits of the mushrooms that we're talking about. And that's definitely something that's worth noting.
Oh no no. Well, this is my thoughts. Is what we
It's
were
not
just
going to
talking
benefit
about.
everybody for sure, but I feel like I'm personally somebody that I could benefit from it because I have a little bit of experience with it, and I know that if I use it properly, I
But
think
I
it
would
could.
think microdosing is going to be completely different than what we were just talking about. I was talking about like going on some like a spiritual journey type shit,
Yeah,
like tripping to the point that
but
you're
if you're
kind
the
of
kind of
like,
but if you're the point is that everyone has sort of individual based on their epigenetics and their microbiome and stuff. The things are going to affect you a little bit differently. So I think it is for sure. It's going to affect people. Like he even said in the podcast, they're
not
not
for
for
everyone.
everybody. They're not for everyone. Probably
No.
most people could benefit from a little bit of psilocybin intervention, but there definitely are some people who would not, who might
It
just
wouldn't be
who
good
might
for
just fuck
people.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I think there's a lot of people out there. You know what though? Now that I've just something I've always said, I always said that everybody should have to do hallucinogens. I've said that for a long time.
yeah.
And I do think that a lot of ways everybody should do some kind of hallucinogen. But
Well, the other thing is too,
but there's a lot of
listen. Well,
people
listen
out
to
there
this.
that you know
He
what?
said, I don't know if he said this in the Joe Rogan talk or one of the other ones I listened to, but I guess it was a study that was done where a bunch of people took psilocybin in a controlled setting, and
And yes,
there were two groups of people. One group of people said that it helped them greatly and that they carried the experience with them and it helped them mentally, like indefinitely afterward, and they talked to people who knew them and stuff and
dude, there
said
was like
that
70%,
right.
70%.
But even the other people who said that I didn't like that,
I didn't like
that
that.
didn't do anything for me,
It
those
wasn't a
people,
negative.
it wasn't a negative. They
It
didn't carry
wasn't a
it,
negative.
right. They didn't carry that negativity with them. They were just
Hmm.
like, that I didn't really like that,
It
and then they
wasn't
moved
for
on.
me.
So
Yes.
so that proves that it's not for some people. Um, but if they try it, it doesn't fuck them up. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think that
Yes.
even given the fact that yes, they're not for everybody, it's probably worth giving it a try if you have the opportunity. That's it. That's my opinion. Dude, nice. Is that an I'm gonna need a mascaria mushroom you threw there?
Is it? I have no freaking idea. Let's call Paulie on it. Can
Yeah.
we get a
Let's
Stamets? Can we
call
get a
up
Stamets?
Wally.
Is there a Stamets? No. No. There's no Stam. There's no Stamets.
uh,
Hi, babe.
I don't know. I'm debating on grabbing another beer. What do you think?
I think that's a great time for us to take a break. I can hit the head.
All right, let's take a sec. Let's take a sec.
Okay. Am I good to go?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, my little booger's not in good shape.
Not in good shape, huh?
No, I feel bad for the guy.
No, he'll be okay.
No, I'll be fine. He's fine. It is what it is. I just said to Laura, I'm like, yeah, he might be sleeping in bed with us tonight. He never has. I can't hear you, pal.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Can you see this?
Is it words? I can't read it.
Yeah.
What does it say? Something about
Brood
a
for us.
some gay
Brood for
shit.
us. That's brood for us. That's good.
Cool.
Like they mean humans? They mean humans?
Okay, so some clarification. Chelsea says that she didn't mean that mushrooms might not be for some people. She says that she meant that I meant acid versus mushrooms. I've heard people coming off acid have felt way worse than coming off mushrooms. So yeah, I guess that kind of still ties into what we said, that some people prefer one over the other, or vice versa.
One over the
whatever.
other. Well, you know what? Like, I don't know.
By the way,
of course. Why wouldn't it?
I'm switching from the Old Chub. Old Chub is by Oscar Blues Brewery. That's what I was drinking before. That's a Scotch ale. I am now having a High Wire Strongman Coffee Milk Stout.
Oh, those are good. I like those.
Get a
I like those when you brought those up.
Pour shot. Get a little pour shot.
Oh, it was good. That was actually really good noise too, and the camera focused well.
Yeah, that's what you get when you spend $50 on a camera.
Good for you.
Little weak head, but I'll take it. I can smell the coffee aroma. Wow, definitely a less body beer than the last one.
Oh,
This one has a better mouthfeel. This is also a beer review podcast.
I didn't even know. I would have been more prepared. I probably would have picked a bunch of different, a whole bunch of different beers
That's
to bring
okay.
out.
We can be prepared for next
That's what I
time.
should have done.
My next one I'm gonna maybe drink is the Narwhal. It's a Narwhal Imperial Stout by Sierra Nevada Brewing. One of my favorite beers. Puts you on your ass, dude. Excuse me.
Brutal.
Yeah, but it's like candy in a glass. It's so fucking good. All right, so what else was I thinking about for this podcast? We talked about the bee stuff. We talked about the microdosing. I think that about covers my what I have
The
to
main
say
things
about
you
that
want
for
to
now.
talk about,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else? We can
No,
talk.
not really. I thought one of the cool things was too is when we talked about the bear strike. That was kind of interesting, but it just goes to show you though how moisture and water, what this planet is made of,
Yep.
finds its way to form of life. Water's crazy. It's the whole planet. I saw this picture the other day of planet Earth just taking a picture from space of the Pacific Ocean, and it was hilarious. Because it is, man. You could barely see anything but ocean.
Yeah, dude, it's bananas. Like we can't even
It's
wrap
a
our head
wild
around.
picture. No, it's insane. It cracks me up. What's up with people thinking flat Earth is legit, dude?
Dude, Johnny LaForme. I don't want to throw Johnny LaForme under the bus, but probably about a year ago, he texted me, and no, he called me one day on my way home from work, and he goes, "Hey," because it was when like the flat Earth thing started getting real hot, probably about a year ago. And he goes, "What do you think about this flat Earth theory thing?" And I was like, "I gotta go, dude. I'm not. I gotta go. I'm not having this conversation." Like, because he was implying that, like, man, there might be some credence to this whole thing, man. I don't know,
dude. Bro, I mean, Game of Thrones got to be based off something. Why can't it be the ice wall around the outside and fucking flat Earth? Because you're an idiot.
I don't want to imply. I don't want to imply
don't.
that Johnny's not a flat earther. 100% he's not. But the
I
fact
know.
that
It's,
he
I
even
don't know,
like,
dude.
I don't have anything. I'm not. I don't have. I have nothing to say to somebody who thinks the Earth is flat, because you're clearly so far gone that like you're not even going to listen to anything I have to say. Because I'm nobody, you know.
Yeah. What am I going to say to you? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
I'm not a scientist. I do believe that the Earth is round. But past that, I don't know how much of a conversation I can have about it with somebody who thinks who thinks that watching YouTube videos is a good way to define your outlook of the universe.
Of outlook of well, legit. That's what I feel like it is too. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a bigger picture than that, and I think
Who?
that
What
if you think the Earth is flat,
fucking?
your brain is kind of fucked
I
up.
think if people out there are so adamant about this, there's got to be like 2 million of them. Don't you how many people do you think out there legit are like flat Earth? And
2 million out of the 7.4 billion.
I'm yeah.
I don't know, because that's the other thing is that like there's a good percentage of the people on the planet that don't even think about stuff like that.
Then so yeah, so 2 million. I would say like what,
Okay.
2 million?
All right.
Dude,
I mean,
let's round up and say 20 million out of 7 billion people.
There's no way 20 million people think the Earth is flat. If that's the case,
Exactly.
yeah, there's no way.
So let's say it's 2 million.
Okay.
Let's say it's 2 million. 2 million people.
Well, 1 out of
Okay.
100 people is legit a psychopath anyway, so.
And this is the thing though, if there's 2 million of you out there that really do believe it, and you guys are all in contact with each other, each of you fucking put $1 together, put $1 in the pot, and then send your best representative around to go test these theories.
Go debate Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know.
Yeah, because it's just
Please
preposterous.
try that. I love when do you see when Neil Tyson was on the Joe Rogan podcast and he's like, so what do you think about this fake moon landing thing? And Neil was like, don't even, dude. He's like, it would have been harder to fake the moon landing at the time than it would have been to just go to the fucking moon. So don't even give me that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it. I don't care. I don't want to talk about conspiracy theories.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying
like
that it was funny that
he
was just like yeah. I mean, it's a psychology conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? It's a certain psychology that you have to. You know what it is? It's like it's so romantic to think that like there's an evil forces out in the world that are all conspiring together. There's a cabal of like evil-minded people. And you know what, dude? I used to fucking think like that. But people are not that organized. People are not that smart in mass, dude. They're stupid in mass.
People are chaotic in mass.
Yeah, they're chaotic, dude.
They're chaotic.
It's like the way we function in mass is definitely like not functional in that kind of way, you know. It's just not possible for that. And it's like you can't get that many people to keep a secret. You know, there's just so many, all these things that there are these grand conspiracy theories about. You can't get that many. Book deals are too juicy, man. Book deals are too juicy. Going on the news is too juicy. People can't keep fucking secrets, dude.
But people do, though, dude. People do.
Yeah, but about small things. We're talking about grand, like global shit, you know?
Bro, you ever watch the news? Like, you ever try to like just tune into some other random state's news? No. Well, because it's crazy the crap you hear in some of these other places.
Dude.
It is. It's all crap. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good news. I don't care. I don't care about any of it. It's all rubbish.
I mean, that's the thing is that it's like, okay, good news is supposed to be objective, but listening to somebody speak objectively is fucking boring. So nobody's going to do that.
You're right.
You know, it's not exciting to listen to somebody just list facts.
Yeah.
You know, so nobody's gonna fucking tune in for that.
Nobody's gonna tune in for that.
Well, people look for shit that bolsters what they already think.
You're right. People will tune into things that they,
You know what I mean? It's a confirmation bias. When you look around, if you feel a certain way and you start doing research, if you're not like really careful, you're gonna look at things that don't back up what you already think, and you're like, and that's probably funded by so and so, and they're biased, blah blah blah. And then you're gonna read stuff that bolsters what you think, and you're gonna be like, oh, yeah, that person has a lot of credibility, and then nothing's gonna change. You know, you're just gonna feel stronger about what you already thought.
Exactly. Yes, you're right.
That's why I don't feel opinionated anymore about so many things, because I know nothing. Like, I'm literally just choosing who I believe about so many things. So why does that mean why does that mean anything to me, you know?
Yeah, you don't care. Why? It doesn't. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hate.
Why are you so dark? Why are you so dark? Oh, you shut the light off?
I just flicked the light. I flicked the light. I flicked the wrong one.
I got a whole situation now, dude. Check this out. I got lights and shit.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Yeah, bro. I'm like trying to get real professional in this bitch.
Dude, you couldn't even fucking record like 2 days ago.
I know, man. I move fast. I move fast. You got to keep up, man. You got to keep up.
You gotta keep up.
I'm highly
You gotta keep
adaptable.
up.
Highly adaptable.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good stuff. That's a good beer. That's a good beer. Oh, I do have more.
That's the Founders again?
Yeah.
Or is it still the same one?
No, I got another one.
Oh, okay.
That's number two.
Yeah, I got
Two.
this is my
Yeah.
last high wire strongman, but I got 5 more old chubs.
That was good. What was that other one? What was the peanut butter one you brought? The
I
turtle
probably
one.
brought the turtle one was that one is Liquid Bliss, I think. Does that sound right?
Oh, I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. I had it up
Hey
on my
honey,
cabinet. I just looked where I put it, but it's gone now.
I think it's called Liquid Bliss by Terrapin. Chocolate
That's
peanut
too hard to
butter,
remember, dude.
chocolate peanut butter
I'm over it.
porter. I think it's called Liquid Bliss.
See, it makes me feel like I kind of like porters. I'm a porter and a stout guy.
Yeah, me too,
I
man.
enjoy
All day.
porters and a pilsner every once in a while. Pilsner, no, well, pilsner. What's Bud? Bud's a pilsner.
Yeah, amber ales
Yeah.
can suck my dick. IPAs, 99% trash. Brown ales are pretty good. I like a nice brown ale, but those are 50-50.
I think the beer I was drinking the other day was a honey. What was a honey? What's the first one you said?
Brown
Honey ale. Honey ale.
Oh no, I said
Honey
amber.
ale.
I said amber ale.
Amber ale. That's what I had the other night. It was an amber ale.
Amber ale. Yeah, I don't like those.
Yes. Good old amber ale. It's a senior year, I
Good
believe.
old amber ale.
She was a beaut.
Amber
about
ale
June.
and her sister Heather.
Oh man, you're an idiot. Well, I got to get more comfortable headphones now. Now I want better headphones.
Yeah, mine work fine. I'm gonna get a headset though, but I'm gonna do some streaming of gaming too. That we should do that too, man. You should get it. You gotta get an Xbox One, and then we'll play some online game together and we'll stream it.
Just have this set up.
Yeah, we
that's
could,
true. We could just be.
we'll
I
just
could
do
be sitting-
audio.
I
We'll
could
just
be
talk to
sitting
each
like just
other
like-
and we'll play.
No, fuck that, dude. We're gonna have it just like this. I could sit just like this.
The
I could
video?
do this right now. I could put my TV right here. I could look just like this. I can even set it up so it almost looks.
Yeah, but I would have to.
Like I'm looking
but
at
I
the
would.
camera, just
Well,
like
all I
this.
could stream though, all I could stream is my end of the video game, and our audio. I mean, I could stream. I could put our videos up together, but that really wouldn't add anything to it. Us talking would probably be fine over the. Uh-oh. Did you freeze? Did I lose you? Oh no. Joe's dead. Joe's dead. You there?
I don't know where you are. Yep,
there?
there he
Oh,
is.
man, what
Look at
happened?
that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, I almost
I'm
moved.
gonna.
I almost
I'm
moved on to
honestly
funeral arrangements, dude.
Got sucked into the void, as it were.
That was rough. That was rough going. I had to
Look at that.
I had to go solo for a minute there. I
had to go
almost panicked.
I almost
I
panicked.
can't handle that kind of pressure.
You know what? I think Lauren just grabbed Cameron and brought him into the bedroom.
Ah, gotcha.
Brought him into the bedroom.
And that's what
so-
fucked up the stream. I don't understand. What
because
does that have to do
she
with?
probably
What does
turned
that
the
have to
TV
do
on
with this?
and turned on some movie. She probably
Oh,
streaming some
and
movie.
it like
Yeah.
it like effed with the shit.
And-
And at the waves got cross conjunctivated.
Devastation occurred.
Yeah. So how about that last UFC, man?
It was the best UFC in UFC history.
3 title turnovers.
Come back and do what he did was
If you-
absolutely.
If you
Phenomenal.
came if anyone's
Phenomenal.
listening, if you came here for the mushroom talk part, that's over now. We're gonna talk UFC now.
It's done now.
It's done. It's over with, and it was the best. It was the best talk ever, and it's over.
I don't. I really didn't think that we were going to be on the mushroom talk as long as we were.
Yeah, I think we did that well. But yeah, so that was the best UFC ever, and George St. Pierre is basically the fucking man. Period.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. I wanted him to just be like, all right, thanks for the belt. I am retiring
And
here again
retire again. Oh, that would have been
because I have no
so
reason to
great,
prove
dude.
anything to anybody. I come back, I beat the shit out of your best guy in this weight class. It is higher than my weight class normally.
Wait, slow
I thought
down.
about going down,
You
and no, I
you
don't need
you
to.
you evolved into Mexican or something there, dude. You fucked up your accent. You started out
Really,
French
honestly,
Canadian.
I don't care. You're above, you're below. We're in the middle. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right, De
I
Niro,
love
take it
everybody,
easy.
dude. I love everybody.
It's it's the thing about the stuff and the thing and the accent. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so he's basically the man, and he's gonna stay in that weight class for his next fight. I don't know why he would do that. Go back down
Dude,
to
think about it. George St. Pierre. Dude, that's the weight class with Anderson Silva. It's got Yoel Romero in it.
he's not gonna beat Yoel Romero. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Exactly.
He's
Michael
gonna get his
Bisping
ass
wouldn't beat
kicked.
Yoel. Michael Bisping wouldn't beat Yoel.
No, dude.
Dude, I'm going to tell you
Well,
right
that's the
now,
thing
bro.
is that the talk on the street is that he only took that fight because he knew he could do it, and nobody else in that weight class should he be fucking with.
Well, this is the thing, and it was the well. You know what? This is my thoughts. Bisman's jumping right back in too, dude.
He's fighting like next week,
Bisman's
isn't he?
jumping right back in. He's fighting. Yeah, I just saw that. My cousin just sent it to me. He said
He's
it was
fighting
fighting
like
next
this
week.
weekend. Just he's
Yes, it might
crazy.
actually be this weekend.
You get choked
Hold
out
on,
and you're
give me a
fighting like
second.
3 weeks later.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
He
crazy that they're doing
he
it
should
that
have also.
fast,
They
dude.
both should have retired
Bisman,
after that
dude,
fight.
fucking Saturday, the 25th, next weekend.
He can't even see out of his right eye,
Next,
dude. They
he
both should
couldn't
have
see.
retired
He
after that
couldn't see
fight, man.
before. Couldn't see out of his right eye before.
Anderson Silva's done, by the way. You know he just got popped for fucking doping, right?
Anderson Silva did.
Yeah, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, he just got popped.
Wait, so that's why he jumped in. That's why he jumped in. That's why
That's what.
Bisman is fighting
Yes,
right now.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yep,
that used
yep,
to be. Yeah, that was for him.
yeah.
Okay.
Anderson Silva's done. Oh, and did you hear the news that Nate Diaz might be fighting Tyron Woodley in UFC 219?
Really?
Really?
Do you? Yeah, but would all right? What's your thoughts on that?
I
What's
think
your
that
thoughts on
I think it's going to be a good fight, but Nate Diaz is not going to beat Tyron Woodley.
that? No, he's not.
Definitely
I
not,
don't
dude.
think he will either.
Tyron Woodley
I
is
think Tyron
gonna
Woodley will
he's gonna
knock
like
you.
he's gonna be
It
like, oh, you
says
think you're
TBD
hard,
right
bro?
now too. 219 right now, dude. Cruz and Riviera is the co-main event, but to be announced.
Dominic Cruz
No, is it? Yeah, it's Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz
fighting
versus
who?
Jimmy Rivera.
Who the fuck is that?
Jimmy Rivera. I don't know. He's 21 and
I want
one.
to
He's
know.
20.
I
He's
want to know
21 and one.
I want to know when Darren Till is fighting again. The dude that just walked through Cowboy Cerrone, dude. I want to know when he's
Darren
fighting.
Till.
Darren Till. He's
He's probably fighting soon.
he's a British dude that trained in Brazil for like 9 years and just he fought Donald Cerrone and made a fool out of him. I want to
I
know
don't
who's
know.
fighting again, man, because he's the guy
Darren
to
Till.
watch.
Not
He's the guy
seeing
to
it.
watch,
Fighters.
man.
What weight class is he in?
Darren Till.
He fought Cerrone. Cerrone's is it the same class as Woodley, isn't he?
Is that middleweight?
I think it's middleweight, right?
I'm not real sure. I'm kind of talking out of
I
my
have
ass.
no
I don't know.
idea. I don't know. I don't know either, man.
But he
Darren
beat
Till.
Cerrone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm keeping an eye out on him.
Yeah,
And
Darren Till. All right.
I
We'll
can't.
figure it out.
I was so surprised Ioana and Jacek lost the way she did, man. She tapped to strikes, dude.
She got beat up. I don't know, man. I think her head was just bouncing off the mat, so her hand was doing the same thing.
Yeah, maybe. But even so, good stoppage. Even if she wasn't
Yeah.
tapping, it
Yeah.
wasn't going anywhere.
She
But
needed to
I
go.
got no
I
problem
don't
with
know.
this chick, this girl Rose that beat her, man. I mean, you beat Ioana and Jacek, you fucking earned it. So I'm cool.
She
with her.
earned it. Oh no, I like that
And
girl,
they'll
Rose.
fight.
She's cool, dude.
I hope they fight again because Ioana's no chump, dude. She'll put up.
No,
She'll know what she did wrong, and she'll go back and
Well, I think they were talking about it and they were saying how like that is probably the best fight to definitely have a rematch off that card.
yeah, for sure.
Out of everybody on that card, that was the best card to actually have, or the best fight to have a rematch for
Right,
sure.
right, for sure. Um,
Dude,
And
Donald
then,
Cerrone is not even. I can't even find this guy right now. Light
what-
heavy? Is he a light heavyweight?
yeah, maybe. He's a big
Light
guy.
heavyweight? Darren Till, you said?
Darren Till,
Yeah, no, dude.
British gentleman.
British or brittle?
British, not brittle.
British? Brittle?
Not
Not
brittle.
brittle. Not
Nope.
brutal. Beat people
Mm-mm.
up.
Oh, somebody's watching us on Twitch.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Yeah, who is it?
Darren Till. I can't find where Darren Till is, dude. I gotta tell you.
Can I
Not
not?
finding Darren Till. Would love to be able to search a fighter. Like, I can't search a fighter right now.
You should be able to. What the fuck's going on here? Trying to see. Somebody's viewing us on Twitch. I'm trying to see who it is.
Why? Who cares?
Well, I don't know if it's somebody I know. I want to say
They're
what's up. I
watching.
want to shout him out.
The one guy.
I have 9 subscribers on YouTube, by the way. I don't want to brag, but yesterday I had 7. So, just saying.
Oh, there you go. That's all that matters then.
I think that's what you call blowing the fuck up.
That's what you call blowing up. Darren Till, Donald Cerrone is ranked what? Doesn't even have their fucking rank, man. I don't like. I don't
What website are you
set
on?
up anymore. I'm on UFC.
Oh, their website sucks.
Yeah, it's
You're
not
better off on
set up nice at
better off
all.
on Wikipedia.
Yeah, you're right, huh? Ah. Ow.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to if Tyron Woodley. I mean, I don't know if it's not official, right? Tyron Woodley and Nate Diaz. That would be a
No,
battle for
it's
sure.
to be announced.
That
to be
might go.
announced.
That might go the rounds, but Nate Diaz is not going to win because he'll get punched in the face.
Oh,
for
yeah, he'll
25
get punched. You're saying Nate Diaz, right? Nate Diaz? No, he'll get beat up, dude.
I mean, he can take a lot of punches, man. He'll get beat
Oh, he
up.
could take tons of punches.
Yeah,
He could, dude.
that
He
might
could
go
take
the distance, but he's going to
hardcore.
probably lose 4 to 5 rounds, maybe 5.
I would say he'd probably lose 5 out of 5 rounds if he was able to go the distance, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think by any means I don't know.
I mean, he could try to wrestle Woodley, but
knows?
Woodley's notoriously really hard to take down. So. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hey, here's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Hey, all right, perfect, great.
Okay. Dude, Elon Musk and the freaking SpaceX rocket, dude, that thing coming down and landing like that,
Yeah.
like, that's crazy. It's insane. That's dope, dude.
That
Think
is
about
dope.
how crazy that is as a significant thing for to be able to take off and land on other planets. Like, that rocket is going to be the one that lands on other planets, Jake, easily and takes right off again.
Yeah. I mean,
That's going to be the one that does it in human existence, dude. We were here for that. I don't know. I feel like that was probably way overdue. Don't you think? Maybe it was way overdue.
the fact that he built a rocket that could take off and also land.
No, I think it's probably been technology we could have put in time into, like mushrooms.
You know what? I would be shocked if to find out that Elon Musk is not doing mushrooms regularly, because his brain
You
is
know what?
so he probably microdoses on the daily, dude.
All the time, constantly. What if everybody in that area does? What
He's
if
on some other shit. Well, I guess
if
it's a big thing
people-
in Silicon Valley. It's what they talked about in the
Well-
in the podcast, that people are a lot
There
of
you
people,
go.
coders and stuff, are
Mhm.
microdosing. You know.
Huh? Steve Jobs, a little bit too much of the old portobello. Huh?
Yeah, right.
A little bit too much portobello. Paul Stamets ain't saying shit.
That was probably it. He's probably like,
I can't talk about it. I love my iPad. Goodbye. I apologize, but I respectfully decline. And Joe just goes. And Joe just goes. Swipe.
Yep. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that shit though, man? Steve Jobs
Oh,
had
here we
cancer, and they were like, "Hey, dude, you should like get treatment." And he's like, I'm good. I'm just gonna eat strawberries or what the fuck ever." And they're like, "Dude, that's not gonna work." And he's like, "You know who the fuck I am? I'm eating fruit, motherfuckers." And then he just died.
Yeah.
He thought he could cure his cancer with fruit. I don't know. That's
No,
I dig the naturopath route, but like you can't just eat
this is
fruit, man.
this is the other thing too, is a good healthy diet of eating fruits and vegetables regularly could
Hmm.
prevent other types of cancers, but I
Right,
don't know.
but also stress is a big part of your immune system and your body's
Yeah,
cancer production. You know what I mean? It's like toxins. There's a lot of factors, and even if
there's
his diet was on
crazy
point,
amount
I imagine that guy was pretty stressed out like all the fucking time.
all the time. Yeah, I
So
could definitely feel like stress is a fucking horrible
yeah,
factor to
yeah,
physical health.
absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
I feel like mentally, I've been decently healthy, but
Hmm.
physically, I feel like because of stress, I've been out of shape.
Yeah, they
You
do go
know?
hand in hand. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if you're stressed out, you're less likely to take care of your health. But also, if you take care of your health, you're more likely to handle stress better. So
Yep.
it's
So
like a
that's it.
chicken
That's
and
my
an egg
cure to
thing,
both
you
my
know.
problems. All right, fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. It was a wonderful podcast. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for coming on, Joe.
Uh, dude, and Lauren made some really good dinner tonight. It was like simple too. It
Yeah,
was
what'd you
just like
have?
spinach and sausage and
Mm,
some kind of these little pasta noodles. They
yeah,
were
a
a
little,
little,
little bit
they
of
a little.
olive oil and some oregano and basil in there, salt and pepper.
Not even. She didn't even go nuts. She didn't even go nuts. I think she put a little salt and pepper on it. It was like very, very plain Jane, but I love that.
I love that too,
It was
man.
awesome. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It
fuck yeah.
was good. It was really good.
Well, now that we're on to you're talking about your wife made for dinner, I think maybe we should wrap this up and
Go eat.
uh,
Go eat more food.
I think I could fuck with a little snack right now. But yeah, let's wrap this
Yeah.
up and maybe reconvene next week sometime.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. This was good. This was fun.
Yeah,
I'm
wonderful,
happy
man.
we did it.
Much better than last time.
See, look at there's the picture for the week.
All right. That'll be my thumbnail, you putting that up on the screen. Wonderful.
Right? Isn't that neat, dude?
That's
That's
beautiful.
pretty good, right? Isn't
Yep.
it?
Given/Netflix. Did you put FLNETFLICKS?
Yeah, I did. I did. I did.
Cool.
Yep.
So
See that?
that's
And you
also
know what's funny
that's the
too? Is
quote
I
of the
swear to
podcast
God,
there.
Jake, as I was writing that, I said to myself, I'm
This
like,
feels wrong.
it's not
Doesn't feel
spelled
right.
like that, stupid.
What am I,
I knew it
retarded?
wasn't spelled like that, but I
What
was
am I,
like, I
some
don't
kind
know,
of
whatever.
retard?
Yeah, I'm fucking some kind of guy. You don't even fucking think about how to spell things.
All right, man. All
All right.
right. All right. Thanks, man.